So our next type of essay is the persuasive essay. What does this word persuasive mean? The word persuasive means to convince someone to embrace your opinion. So the purpose of a persuasive essay is to convince your audience to embrace an opinion that you have about a particular thing, and that's the purpose of the persuasive essay. Let's look at the steps of writing a persuasive essay. So the first step is identify your main idea or point of view. What is the point that you are trying to place in front of the audience? It's very important to identify that before we start writing a persuasive essay. So let's say I want to write a persuasive essay on encouraging kids to eat leafy green vegetables, and that is my main idea. Next thing that I'll do is identify my audience. So my audience can be kids who may not be really keen on eating leafy green vegetables because they do not like its taste, or my audience also can be, their parents. So I'm encouraging their parents to inculcate or imbibe this habit in kids to start eating leafy green vegetables. Third is to identify the strongest supporting points. So when it comes to leafy green vegetables, they are very healthy, they are nutritious, they will help them study better, play better, and would just be good for their overall development. And the fourth thing that we do is identify the most opposing view. That's something that is the counter view. It's known as the counter view in writing. So this is an opposing point. So an opposing point could be that leafy green vegetables are not very tasty, and that can be the opposing view for this particular essay, which is to encourage kids to have leafy green vegetables. Let's look at the structure of a persuasive essay. We start with the introduction. Now the introduction should be interesting, and it should also include the thesis statement, which is the central idea, which in this case is to encourage kids to have green leafy vegetables, and that is going to be the introduction of our persuasive essay. It has to be interesting and engaging for the reader, and it should include the central idea of your essay. Second, we have the body paragraph. So I have written body. There can be one paragraph or there can be two body paragraphs. In these body paragraphs, you all have to elaborate or explain your central idea by giving many examples and by simply elaborating on the central idea of the essay. And you all can also give many facts and statistics to engage the reader in your essay. The third part is to write a paragraph on the opposing view or on the counter view. So since we said that the taste of the leafy green vegetables is not appealing to kids, and therefore they refrain from eating leafy green vegetables, we can write that, I know that leafy green vegetables do not taste that great, but y'all can watch many TV shows or watch many YouTube videos to learn about new and innovative recipes to make them taste interesting. That is something that you all can write. So I have given the opposing view. Did you all see what I did there? I gave you the opposing view that green leafy vegetables do not taste that great, but I also said something positive about my view, about my supporting idea. That is, although they don't taste that great, you can learn new and interesting recipes, that mothers do create to make their children eat green leafy vegetables. So that's the paragraph about the opposing view. Finally, we come to the conclusion. Always remember, while writing any essay, your introduction and your conclusion has to be bang on, has to be super strong, because that is like the final takeaway of the reader. So your introduction should connect to your central idea again, that is to encourage kids to eat leafy greens, and just make sure that you all write a strong conclusion. So we know our persuasive essays now. persuasive essays are written, or the purpose of the persuasive essay is to convince your reader to embrace your point of view about something. These are the steps of a persuasive essay, and this is the structure of a persuasive essay. Now let's move on to our next type of essay.